Morning. Hello. Hey, Sloth. What's up? What's up? Morning, Renee. Are you feeling any better? Just overall, the whole thing. Any improvements? Hey, all. I see everybody's jumping in all at the same time. Hello, hello. Happy Saturday. It's farmers market day. Although I don't think they're open yet. I don't see anyone over there yet. Doesn't seem to be open. Hey, Tiff. We always go after. Morning, Mom. We always go after book club. We go to the farmers market and we get like fruit for the week and stuff like that. It's a real day. Oh, really? How did you know then? Oh, don't say that. You don't have to say on here. I'm surprised that you knew if it really wasn't until today. That's wild. You must be better at guessing things than I am. That's for darn sure. Oh dear, this is full. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Morning. There we go. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Full. Yeah. No, of course. I don't mean to have you say anything on here. That's not fair. That would be unfair to you. Wouldn't do that. What is everyone doing today? Is anyone doing anything interesting for Saturday? Anything at all? Anything at all? Watermelon Festival. Sleeping in. All those things sound good. Homework. Fabric order. I like that. Usually if Renee's ordering fabric, it means something good is coming. What? That I don't know. I'm not privy to what the good is, but last time she ordered fabric, I got a Kindle case out of it. So usually if she's ordering fabric, I benefit in some small way. Sorry, my shirt was just being weird. Don't worry, you guys. I pay Renee for her work. I'm not saying I'm stealing her fabric from her, but I mean, it was great for me. I actually ended up buying 3 Kindle cases, not for myself. Some were gifts, but yeah, when Renee makes things, I usually heed the call. The saddest thing for me, this is really the saddest thing, and I'm not being sarcastic right now. I don't carry a purse. I just don't carry a purse. I can't do it. I hate them. I hate carrying things. I put everything I can in my pockets and everything else has to survive without it. But Renee makes the cutest purses. So like if I carried a purse, of course I would have Renee make one. But like I just can't justify taking one of her inventory when I know I'll never use it because I don't carry a purse. I know. I put my wallet in my pocket. I wear a jacket everywhere because I'm always cold. Picking up Mac from Big Sister's house and it's his first concert. What was it? What's AJR? I don't know what that concert is. I always wear a jacket or a sweatshirt, so I always put my keys and my wallet in the pockets, and that's it. That's just the end, you know? I only ever bring a bag if I'm like going to Disneyland or something like that. Yeah, I guess because I work from home, that's probably a big part of it. I think I did carry a backpack. I know I carried a backpack. I had a tote bag and a backpack. I wear a travel vest so I don't carry a purse anymore. Yeah. I'm with you, Mom. I really am. I don't want to carry a purse either. I don't want it. I don't like it. I don't want it. They're cute. The ones Renee makes are cute, you guys. If you are a purse person, Renee makes cute ones. AJR skipped to the good part, smallest violin. Very cute. I bet he had a great time. Well, tell him we all said hello. Of course, we love him. You know we're Big Mac fans in this house. And we skip to the good part. That one? I assume, anyway. I assume that's the song you're talking about. Either that or I've just been chronically on TikTok too long. I still use the wristlet that came with my diaper. I say, yeah, well, you know. Yeah, that's the band. Okay, that's what I thought. That's the only song like that I know. It's a great song for stuff like TikTok, obviously, you know. Yeah. Is anyone else doing anything else fun this weekend? Anything is fun? I was thinking, and we could talk a little bit more about this when everyone is in here, specifically like Jen and Becca and whatever, because I know they wanted to participate. But so next week, trying to maintain my sanity. First, okay, Jennifer, really quick. I read manifest at first. I know I read it correctly, like out loud with my mouth. I said trying to maintain my sanity because my brain corrected it. But I read manifest my sanity at first, and I was like, that's funny, trying to manifest sanity. We should make that a sticker. Anyway, so you know how we were all talking about, hey Avery, hey Shell, hello. You know how we were all talking about probably doing like a book club sleepover at some point? I realized next Wednesday night I will be alone down at the kids. After I put the kids to bed, we could have our sleepover if they go to sleep on time or whatever. I know it's gonna be their first night without their mom, but like we can't do book club in the morning because I'll be with the kids, but after they go to bed, we could have a late night book club. And I was thinking maybe we'll do a different book because not everyone will be able to come and I don't want people to miss this book, but like maybe we'll just do like a separate book or something. I don't know. It could be kind of fun. Trying to maintain sanity. So I was just thinking about that. We can all debate it over the next couple of days. We have a few days to decide, but that feels like an obvious time to do it. Secret Husband isn't coming down until Thursday night, so it'll just be me and a bunch of sleeping kids, and I'll be alone, and I won't have any slime stuff, so I can't work. Yeah, Renee, so that works. Yeah. Oh, see, that's perfect. You don't have work the day after. Yeah. So, the thing is, like normally if I was home at night, I would be working, but I can't like take all my slime stuff with me down to Catherine's house. Like that's kind of crazy. It's just too much. You know, I can pre-film videos and edit while I'm down there, but I can't take slime making stuff down there. So anyway, that's something I've been toying with in my head. Works for me when you say, yeah. Thank you, Sloth. I appreciate that. So anyway, that's just something that I've been thinking. We can all debate. We can debate a book later. Like I said, I won't do this one in case anyone who's invested in this book can't make it. I don't ever want to do that to anyone. But we could pick like something else, you know? I don't know. We'll think of something. And maybe I'll take the kids to the bookstore that day and we'll pick up a new book. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll reread a favorite. You know what I mean? Maybe we'll reread a favorite that we love and debate it. Maybe we'll read a memoir. You know? One of our first books was a memoir. No, don't turn the page. Remember when we read Jodi Benson's memoir and we all cried our eyes out for hours and hours? Does everyone remember that? Sasha remembers. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yeah, so. Does anyone want an update on my bruised knee? I'm wild that it's still bruised. Look at that. It's been that long and it's still bruised. How far are we into this book? We're about 54% according to the Kindle, so about halfway. Yeah. So we'll be pretty close to done by the time we get there. What did I do? Oh, Avery, that's from last week when I was mailing orders. I was at the post office and I bashed my knee into the loading dock where I have to leave everybody's orders.
100% my own fault. No one was there but me. No workers, no secret husband, just me and the packages and the spider, of course. That's what happened. So be careful with yourself, you guys. Be careful. Be careful. All right. So, chapter 13 is my first slimes are supposed to be here today. Oh, your first ones ever? That's so exciting. So I do want to warn you, this month, the post office has been particularly rough with packages. I didn't realize it bruised that bad. Oh yeah, it was worse than that. I have a picture from the first day. It was nasty. They've been particularly rough with packages this month. So if there's any issues with your package, of course, just email me. Don't freak out. You know, sometimes when it's someone's first slime, they freak out and they're like, well, I've lost all this money on this. I insure every package. Don't worry. It's not you. It's not me. It's the post office. I double bubble wrap everything. I use bubble packaging. I've asked, is there anything I can do to make the life of the post office people easier so that they will be nice to my packages? And they've basically said it's probably someone along the way that doesn't even know me at all. Because I've asked the people at my post office, I'm like, what can I do to make this easier for you so that this doesn't happen to me? And they're like, it's not here, you know, it's somewhere along the way. And I'm like, okay, you know. I'm really nice to my postal workers to try to get our packages to be treated well. And some months we have no breaks or like one break. And then some months like this month we have like 10. So someone was just angry somewhere along the way. Someone had a bad day and they just like drop kicked the packages. And proof of that is yesterday, Secret Husband dropped a slime to the ground from 4 feet, from a shelf where it was like 4 feet above it. Didn't have any issues. So the jars are really sturdy. I've like stood on these jars, you guys, with both my feet, all my weight put on the jars. Nothing happens to them. You have to really go hard on these jars to make something bad happen to them. They're working real hard this month to break the jars. They really are. I love the jars too, and I don't know what to do about it. The only thing that I've been doing lately is like, especially with custom jars, or custom slimes and roll for slimes, I've been using the flat jars, and everyone's like, why are you using those instead of the tall ones? And the reason is they're more durable, and because they're flat, it's harder to break them. It's the same amount of slime inside, so that's why, no, I totally agree, Jennifer. I definitely think it has to do with in transit. I'm across the country and I've only had a blowout once. Yeah, so it's someone along the way. Yeah. Someone along the way, and we don't know who, because you're literally forever away from me. Becca is forever away from me, and she's only had one tiny spill like one time, and she lives literally as far away from me as possible. I have a friend, Jenny, in south of Florida. She's never had a break, and she's on Patreon. She gets slime every month. Never once had a break. And then I have another person on Patreon who almost every month, her postal person just demolishes it. So I just want everyone to know that it's not on purpose. And I've literally done everything I possibly can. All we can do is continue to insure the packages and replace them when the issues happen. But I don't want anyone to freak out, because I've had a lot of new customers be like, well, now it's over for me. It's not over for you. Don't worry. It's not over. We'll replace it. You know, we'll make sure you get slime. I'm not gonna leave anyone without their package. But yeah, some angry person in the middle. Yeah, I don't know why they do it. Did you guys hear what happened with one of Valerie's packages? I didn't know this. She never told me this when it happened. Apparently this is something that happened last year. She got, this couldn't be a machine, Renee. She got a package that was broken open, and they used my like stickers that I send as extras to you all, like the pretty stickers inside the package, to cover the rip on the outside of the package. So they opened the package, took stuff out of it, covered it up with my merchandise, and then sent it to her. And she knows, because she knows what the sticker of the month looks like, and she gets the sticker of the month every month. And her sticker of the month was used to seal the package back up. You know, I wouldn't do that. Those stickers are too expensive for that. It's not legal. It is not legal, and it is too expensive. I have stickers I use to seal your packages, but no offense, guys, I use the cheap ones for that. I don't use the ones that I pay $1.50 each for to seal a package. We use tape to seal the package over here. I'm a cheaper, you know? I'm like, sorry guys, I'm a little cheaper than that. I don't get my like shiny holographic stickers that I make for you guys to put on your water bottle. I don't seal packages with those. We didn't start yet, Anya. You're fine. We're griping about package issues. Can you believe that someone did that? Can you believe that? Like, that is next level. There's no way a machine did that. I gasped when I heard that. Secret Husband was like, bro, she should have reported them. That's illegal. You can't open someone's mail and take something out. Like, what? It's the stickers. They had a bad day. That's not my problem. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I have bad days all the time. I don't take it out on their job. I don't know. I'm always nice to the post people because I don't want anything to happen. But anyway, let's read. So, chapter 13 is High Times at High Tides. Yeah, they couldn't have used their free tape that they get? Yeah, exactly. Tell me about it, Avery. They have free tape for themselves at the post office. Government provided tape. They could have used that. Anyway. High Times at High Tides. T-Y-D-E-S for tides, which is not how you spell tide like high tide. So I don't know what that means. Anyway. At 9 o'clock on Tuesday morning, the Downers Grove gang of 4 gathered around the doors of 406 at the Oklahoma City Vacation Suites. They were ready to depart for their next destination and hoped that this time their 5th passenger would be joining them. Are we positive that Cash made it to the room? Mo asked. Yeah, I saw him on his way in last night, Joey said, stretching the truth. He's definitely in the city, but I can't guarantee that he's in the room. Well, how did he look? Sam asked. Pretty good for someone hungover in the middle of a scandal, Joey said. Topher lightly knocked on the door and prayed today's wake-up call would be easier than the previous mornings. To their surprise, Cash answered the door almost immediately. He was completely naked except for a bath towel wrapped around his waist. Topher shrieked and covered his eyes while the others stared in awe at the actor's unexpectedly toned physique. Well, good morning, Cash said happily. Is it time to leave? Morning, Topher said awkwardly. Glad you found your room last night. We were just about to head out. Do you need a few more minutes? Couple seconds, actually, Cash said. I didn't exactly get a chance to unpack. The actor moved through the room searching for his clothes, and they were scattered across the floor like he had undressed in a hurry. He found his pants under the table, his shirt was over the lampshade, and his underwear was hanging from the handle of the minibar. Cash also found a red bra and cheetah print very small piece of underwear amongst his things, which confused the hell out of the others. Are you leaving already? Said a sleepy second voice in the room. Topher, Joey, Sam, and Mo leaned into the door and saw a naked woman lying in his bed. They were as surprised to see her as she was to see 4 strange teenagers. The woman screamed and covered herself up with the sheets. Sorry, Topher said on behalf of himself and his friends. We didn't realize that you had company. Oh, yeah, guys. Cash paused as he made the introduction. This is... Wait, what was your name again? It's Brenda, she said angrily. Right, Brenda, Cash called. For some reason, I almost called you Vicky, which is just the pile of pillows next to Brenda started to move, and another woman peeked out from under the sheets. I'm Vicky, she said. Completely forgot you were here too, Cash said. I really should start writing down names before I fall asleep. He gathered the... That's the correct emoji, Jennifer. Yep, that's just about right. That one right there is, it's just, that's how I feel right now. Yeah, so awkward. He does need to start writing down names. You're right about that. He gathered the rest of his clothes and popped into the bathroom to change. Topher, Joey, Sam, and Mo waited for him in the hall and looked at one another with open mouths and huge eyes. They didn't know how to feel about what they'd just seen. They just knew they could never unsee it. Ladies, thank you for showing me a good time last night, Cash said as he re-emerged from the bathroom. Checkout isn't until noon, so enjoy the room. He promptly shut the door of room 406 behind himself and led the others down the hall to the elevators. Looks like you had a good night, Topher said. Yeah, you can say that again, Cash said. I hope you weren't disrespectful to those women, Sam said. Please, if anyone was disrespected last night, it was me, but I'll spare you the details, Cash said with a smirk. I never thought I'd say this, but God bless Oklahoma. They left the vacation suites and climbed into the station wagon. It was Sam's turn to drive, so he had a seat behind the steering wheel. Topher sat in the front with him. Mo and Joey shared the back seat, and Cash took his usual spot, lying on top of the luggage in the very back. "So, where are we off to next, Captain Janeway?" Cash asked. "We're going to Amarillo, Texas," Sam said. "We should get there in about 4 hours." "More like 5.5 if Sam's driving," Joey laughed. "Not true," Sam said and hit his leg. "How was that Ernest Hemingway yesterday?" Cash asked. Had the actor asked this question 2 days ago, the others wouldn't have known what he was talking about. But the more time they spent with Cash, the more they started to speak his language. No. "The Mark Twain National Forest was great," Topher said. "We got on a great hike and saw some great animals." "And we became the #1 enemy of the Whiz Kids' entire fandom," Mo added. "Don't forget that part." Cash made a noise like he was guilty of breaking something valuable. "Yeah, I heard about that on the radio on my way to Oklahoma City," he said. "I'm guessing you guys were in that video too? Huh, yeah, sorry about roping you into that." "We were just worried about you," Topher said. "How are you handling it?" "Oh, no, you don't have to worry about me," he said. "I'm so used to people making mountains out of molehills. This isn't the first time I've been on the news, and it won't be the last. Besides, the studio publicist already released a statement saying I was dehydrated, so that should clear it all up." The others shared a look. Kylie Trigg's prediction had come true. "The funny thing is, no one actually checked in to make sure that I was even still alive before they announced that I was fine," Cash laughed. "Wishful thinking on the studio's part, if you ask me." The actor yawned like a lion and stretched out his arms. "This might be shocking, but I didn't get much sleep last night," he said. "Do you guys mind if I just take a little snooze back here?" No one objected, but they did all put in earphones in preparation. The station wagon reached the edge of town, and they drove onto Interstate 40, heading west towards Texas. Once the city disappeared behind them, there was nothing to look out for miles and miles but the wide open fields of the Oklahoma plains. It was an easy environment to notice something peculiar or out of place. About 2 hours into their drive, Sam tapped Topher's leg with a suspicious look in his eyes, and Topher took his earphones out to see what was bothering him. "What is it?" he asked. "Did Cash say something offensive in his sleep or something?" "No. Check out the car behind us," Sam said. Topher looked into the side view mirror outside his window, and driving considerably close to the station wagon was a black Toyota Prius with California license plates. "They've been following us since the hotel," Sam said. "I switched lanes a couple times, but they won't pass me. Do you think we should be worried?" Topher had a second look at the car. The windows were so tinted that he couldn't even see who was driving the vehicle, and it gave him a bad feeling too. But it seemed unlikely that it would be a threat. "No, I don't think so," he said. "We're both just on edge right now because of the whole video thing. There are only so many routes out of Oklahoma, and this is probably a popular time to be on the road. They're probably heading back home." No, you're right," Sam said. "Thanks for talking me down." He wasn't paying complete attention to the road, and he drove over a massive pothole, and the whole car shook like it was being hit by a speed bump. Cash's body slammed against the roof of the car, waking him up from his deep sleep. "Ouch," he moaned. "Sorry," Sam said. "Accident." Cash rubbed his head. "Are we there yet?" "No, we are about halfway to Amarillo," Topher said. "But we'll be crossing the state line into Texas soon, so get your boots ready." Cash looked between the other passengers' heads at the road in front of them. They passed a sign that made the actor smile from ear to ear and point like a child seeing Elmo. "We're going to pass Highway 283. I had no idea we were this close to Kansas." "What is so special about Highway 283? Joey asked. "High tides," Cash announced as if they would all reciprocate his excitement. "What are you talking about?" Mo asked. "Is that a city or..." No. High Tides is only the best amusement/water park in the middle of America," he said. "I used to go there all the time when I was a kid. My favorite childhood memories were spent in that park. Have you guys seriously never heard of it?" "Why were you going to an amusement park in Kansas when you were a kid?" Joey said. "Aren't you originally from Orange County in California? Don't look at me like I'm a stalker, Cash. You know we were fans of yours first." "I grew up in Colorado Springs, and I moved to the OC when I was 11. Cash said. "I've just never told the whole story publicly because it's like none of your effing business, Star Magazine. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing." So High Tides was your favorite place as a kid? Mo asked. Yeah, it's the best, he raved. It's got incredible roller coasters, amazing water slides, and an awesome racetrack. I'm not sure Sam is tall enough to ride the rides, but I think the rest of you guys would love it. I'm 5'2". Yeah, you know what, Cash said. I don't want to be controversial, but what I'm going to say next, but I'm just going to say what's on my mind. I think we should ditch Texas and go for the rides at High Tides. It's just a couple hours north on Highway 283. What do you guys say? Just as they did when Cash tried to change their plans before, Sam, Joey, and Mo turned to Topher like he was their unofficial chaperone. I'm not sure that works with the schedule, he said. We're supposed to see the Bundy and Claire Jailhouse Museum when we get to Amarillo this afternoon. We don't really have time to do both. Cash whimpered like Topher was making a catastrophic mistake. Just for the record, I agree. He's probably making a mistake. So let's ditch the dusty old museum and go to the amusement park, the actor pitched. I don't mean to brag, but so far my trip suggestions have been a total hit, and none of us know if we'll even like the jailhouse. I know for a fact we'll have a blast at High Tides. Everyone in the car absolutely wanted to go to the amusement park instead of the museum, but none of them wanted to be the first one to say it out loud. Well, I suppose if it's just a couple hours north, we could still get to the Teepee Inn at a reasonable hour tonight, Topher said. And if we wake up a little early tomorrow, we could potentially see the museum before we leave for Albuquerque. Exactly, Cash said. One small detour for shitloads of fun. The interchange to Highway 283 was fast approaching, and they needed to make a quick decision if they were going to amend their itinerary. It's up to Sam, Topher said. Why? Wait, why? Why is it up to me? Because you're driving, he said. We're gonna miss the exit, Cash said. Come on, Sam. Outlaws or outlandish fun? What's it gonna be? The pressure was on, and at the very last second, Sam made a rapid, daring, and slightly illegal turn onto Highway 283, nearly giving a heart attack to the driver of the Prius behind them. The whole car cheered him on as the station wagon rerouted north towards Kansas. You aren't going to regret this, Cash told him. High Tides has a pirate theme, and its attractions are all based on ocean folklore, and there's a roller coaster called Poseidon's Revenge that will blow your mind. Make sure you ride that one on an empty stomach. And if you guys are in the mood to get wet, the Kraken is the longest water slide east of the Rocky Mountains. I knew someone that started reading War and Peace at the top and was finished by the bottom. Not to mention, High Tides has the best fried seafood in Kansas, and I'm not even being sarcastic. The actor went on and on, praising his childhood paradise. He animatedly recalled all his most cherished memories from the park, described all his favorite attractions at length and detail, and listed all the reasons why High Tides was the best amusement park in the world. He was so descriptive that the others felt like they had already been there, and they were very eager to authenticate the images and expectations in their mind. After 2 hours of traveling up the 283, Cash was still raving about his favorite theme park, but he hadn't indicated where it was located or when they would arrive. The others kept their eyes open for any advertisements along the way, but never saw anything pointing it out. Are you sure we haven't passed it? Sam asked. No, don't worry. You're going to see a huge billboard with Captain Tides, the park's mascot, Cash said. Just take the exit after that. After another hour, there was still no billboard in sight. The impatient passengers were beginning to worry that the actor was directionally challenged. How come there's nothing on the internet about High Tides? Mo asked. I'm trying to look up an address, but there's nothing here, not even a photo. No, it's probably under new ownership, and maybe they changed the name or something, Cash said. I can't wait to see what they've done with it. Hopefully the updates are cool and it's nothing shitty. We're about 20 miles away from Dodge City, Sam said. Are we getting close to the park? Cash scrunched up his face. No. That can't be right. Dodge City is way east of High Tides. It's just outside of Garden City. My phone says Garden City is an hour west of here. Are you sure you know where we're going? Shit, the actor said. High Tides isn't off of 283, it's off the 83. But nobody panic. We're not that far. Once we get to Dodge City, we'll take the 400 west, and that'll split us onto the 83 north, and I'll guide you from there. Topher, Sam, Joey, and Mo were starting to feel like Spanish explorers in search of the Fountain of Youth. They no longer followed Cash's guidance, the longer they followed Cash's guidance, the more restless they became. They eventually made it to the 83, but they still had no proof that they were going in the right direction. Soon, they started to doubt the amusement park even existed. I really don't have a good feeling about this, Topher said. We won't have much time at the park before it's going to get dark, and maybe we should just turn around and head to Amarillo. No, there it is, Cash energetically announced. There's the billboard. Take the next exit and make a left. After 5 hours and 300 miles off course, the station wagon drove past the Captain Tides billboard, and the passengers finally had confirmation that High Tides wasn't just a figment of Cash's childhood imagination. From that moment on, Cash seemed to know the area like the back of his hand. He guided the car through miles of fields, pointing out every boulder, the tree on the side of the road, as if they were old friends. And then like a mirage in the blistering desert, High Tides did appear in the distance. That's it, Cash said, and he bounced up and down like a giddy child. I can't believe I'm back after all these years. It's like I'm returning to my homeland. The theme park was surrounded by a tall brick fence and evergreen trees, making it impossible to see anything but a few roller coasters peeking out over the treetops. The station wagon turned into an enormous parking lot, but it was completely empty. Having a little bit of deja vu to the world's biggest rubber band here, Joey said. Don't worry, the off-season is always less crowded, Cash said. Summer is the off-season for a water park? Mo asked. Something tells me it's closed and that we've made a huge mistake. Guys, I don't mean to seem high on my own stash, but I'm a famous actor from television, Cash reminded them. If it's closed, they'll open it. The car pulled up to the entrance on the south side of the park, and the passengers discovered that they should have trusted their instincts. The front gate was boarded up and wrapped in thick chains, and a large sign had been posted across it that said, High Tides, closed indefinitely as of 9/26/07. Everyone in the car turned to Cash with the dirtiest looks physically possible. You jackass, Joey yelled. This park has been closed for a decade, Sam hollered. We could have gotten to Amarillo 5 hours ago, Topher shouted. Why didn't you tell me that Tides was spelled with a Y, Mo roared. I could have saved us the trip if I knew what I was searching for. Cash was so devastated that he wasn't paying any attention to the anger directed his way. He stared at the bolted gates like he had just seen a small animal run over by a car. He shook his head in disbelief and looked like he was about to cry. I can't believe it, he said. What happened? Why would they close it? According to Google, High Tides was shut down by Elkader Township officials after a series of sexual harassment complaints, Mo read from her phone. Apparently, the characters were inappropriately groping the guests when they had their pictures taken, and they were caught serving alcohol to minors. Explains why he liked it so much, Joey said. I can't believe we just drove hundreds of miles for nothing, Sam said. Look, let's just get back on the road before we waste any more time, Topher said. As it is, we won't get to Amarillo until midnight. As Sam put the gear shift into drive, the station wagon began making noises like a chain smoker after a long jog. The engine rumbled like a robot taking its final breath and then came to an involuntary stop. Sam turned the ignition a number of times, but it wouldn't restart. What is happening? Joey asked. Are we out of gas? No, it says we still have a quarter of a tank left, Sam said. Topher quickly checked the dashboard. Fuck, he yelled. The gas gauge doesn't always work. I forgot to reset the trip meter when we last filled up. I would offer to walk to the gas station, but I haven't seen one for miles, Joey said. So, wait. We're stranded here? Mo asked. Only temporarily, Topher said. I'm going to call AAA, and they'll come and fill us up, and we'll be back on the road in no time. Topher took the AAA card out of his wallet and called the number on the back, and after a few minutes of cheesy and unhelpful mood music, an operator answered. Yes, no, hi, hello, Topher said. My friends and I are on a road trip, and our car just ran out of gas. Yes, my membership number is 19905. I'm not going to say any more numbers because sometimes TikTok thinks you're reading a phone number, and then it gets mad at you. This is fake. This is a book. This is not my phone number by any means. I am not giving out anyone's real number, TikTok. Chill out. Wait, what's that? Hold on. What's the address to this place? High Tides Boulevard, 1105 High Tides Boulevard, Cash said somberly. It's on the corner of broken dreams and ruined childhood memories. I think you mean it's on the corner of karma and serves you right, Mo said. It sucks when something you adored as a child gets ruined, doesn't it? Yep, it's 100 high tides, Topher repeated into the phone. Yes, in Kansas. No, I do agree that is in the middle of nowhere. No, it is a long story. I am so sorry. Please repeat that. What did you say? No, sorry. What? His eyes suddenly filled with dread and the anxiety in the car doubled. Is that seriously the best you could do? No. We're not in any immediate danger. How many cars were involved? Yeah, no, I suppose that does make sense. No. Okay, bye then. Topher clicked off the phone and looked at the others like he had just gotten the worst news of his life. What is it, dude? Joey asked. They said there was a huge accident on the 160 and the roadside service cars are backed up. The earliest that they can send someone out is tomorrow morning at 7. Everyone in the car moaned like a herd of cows in heat. Topher took a deep breath to calm down. Even he was unprepared for a situation like this. So we're stuck here until tomorrow morning. We're going to have to sleep in the car like struggling musicians, Mo declared. But we haven't eaten since breakfast. How are we supposed to make it through the night? Sam asked. Actually, I put together an earthquake kit before we left home, Topher said. It's got enough granola bars and water to last us 3 days, and we'll only be here one night. Why do you have an earthquake kit? Cash asked. Because we're going to California, duh, Topher said, as if it was obvious as carrying sunscreen into the desert. Cash, can't you, call someone to helicopter us out of here? Mo asked. I mean, it's your fault that we're here in the first place. Surely there is something that you could do. Would, but I don't have my phone, he said. Joey groaned. Who goes on a road trip and doesn't bring their phone with them? Gee, I don't know, maybe everyone before 1999? Cash sniffed at him. Besides, the only person I know with a helicopter is Harrison Ford, and we're not really speaking anymore. I know, same Jen. That would be me. I would have been like, it's okay, I have snacks. And everyone else in the car would be like, Sasha, that's not good enough. With nothing to do and nothing to say to make the situation better, they all crossed their arms and sat in silence like frustrated kindergartners. Cash looked out the window at the locked gates of the high tides again, and it gave him an idea. The actor crawled over the back seat and across Mo's lap, stepping out of the station wagon. Where are you going? Sam asked. He's going nowhere, Mo answered for him. There's literally nowhere to go. Actually, there is somewhere to go, Cash said. You guys can stay in the car and pout all night if you like, but I'm gonna go explore the park. The others thought that he was joking, but he walked to the park's entrance and tried to climb the gate. He can't do that. That's trespassing, Mo said. It's only trespassing if someone claims ownership. Joey said, I doubt there are any working security cameras on the property. Should we go with him? Joey, we're already stranded in the middle of nowhere. You really think it's going to get worse if we explore an abandoned theme park? He asked. Are you hearing the words coming out of your mouth? Mo said. You just described the beginning of a Stephen King novel. The park is probably home to cannibals. I wouldn't be surprised if some homicidal maniacs are just waiting for a group of naive teenagers to stumble into their territory so they can feast on our flesh. Sounds cool, Joey said and got out of the car. I agree, Sam said. Sure beats spending the whole night in the station wagon. Yeah, me too, Topher said. Come on, Kung Fu Panda. Mo was furious with her friends for ignoring her warning, but she knew her chances of getting murdered would be greatly increased if she stayed in the station wagon by herself. Yeah, Stephen King isn't spelled that way, but he is cool. Yeah. She begrudgingly left the station wagon and joined her friends and the actor at the theme park's entrance. I think I can unlock the gate from the other side, Cash said. If one of you guys gives me a boost, I'll climb over. Topher and Joey joined hands and launched the actor upward. Cash grabbed the top of the gate and pulled himself over it. Years of Hollywood stunt work had finally paid off, and he swung his legs over the edge, and the rest of his body went with them. The others heard the actor land with a heavy thud on the other side. Are you all right, Cash? Sam called over the gate. Please tell us you didn't break anything. The gates opened with a terrible screech, and Cash welcomed them into the abandoned amusement park like he was a deranged Willy Wonka. You guys have got to see this, he said with large, frightened eyes. This place makes Chernobyl look like Legoland. Topher, Joey, Sam, and Mo followed him through the gate and immediately saw what he meant. What was once a colorful, adventurous, and family-friendly amusement park was now a decaying, smelly, pest-ridden, apocalyptic wasteland. There was peeling paint, mold, and cobwebs everywhere they looked. Plant life had taken over the park, and there were weeds taller than Topher and grass growing between slabs of concrete. The front of the park was called Portville, and they took in a row of gift shops and arcades designed to look like a charming seaside village that now resembled a ghost town. In the center of the park was Captain's Cove, where a pirate ship the size of Disneyland's castle floated in a pool of green algae and dead pigeons. To the ship's east was Hurricane Hideaway, an area of thrill rides populated by dueling families of raccoons and possums. That I kind of want to see. To the ship's west was Siren Sea, where the state's longest waterside emptied into the world's largest petri dish. To the ship's north was Buccaneer Bay, an area of kiddie rides and cartoon statues, which after so much exposure to the elements should have been renamed Satan's Nursery. It was unsettling while there was still light, but the farther the sun descended, the creepier the empty park became. "It's getting dark," Cash said. "Let's make a campfire." They dragged the wooden statue of Captain Tides from the base of the giant pirate ship and lit it on fire. It was a macabre move, but after it had suffered years of neglect from everything but termites, using the mascot as firewood felt strangely like mercy killing. "Should we tell ghost stories?" Cash asked the group. "No," they all said at once. "All right, how about a game?" Cash said. "I know, let's play Never Have I Ever." "How do you play?" Sam asked. "You'll dub all 10 of your fingers," Cash explained. "We'll go around a circle and we'll say something we've never done before. And if you've done the thing that someone mentions, you put one of your fingers down. The last person with fingers up wins." Everybody shrugged and raised their fingers. What else was there to do? "Let's start with an example," Cash decided. "Never have I ever," oh boy, here comes the restrictions. "Never have I ever done a line of borax." That's what we're going to use. We're going to use borax, which is a different white and powdered, sugary looking substance, but you all can fill in the blanks. From now on, when I say borax, you know what I'm talking about, right? Everybody nod their heads. Yes. We're going to not get restricted because we're going to say borax. Never have I ever done a line of borax off of a CW star's ass. Now, if I was playing with my WizKids co-stars, that's something I would say because I'm usually the one who hasn't, I'm the only one who hasn't done a line of borax off of a star's ass. Does that make sense? It was hard to follow a remark like that. It was hard to follow a remark like that. I agree. I'm having difficulty as well. The others were already disturbed and they hadn't even started the game. "All right, go ahead, Topher. You give it a shot." "Ah, geez," he said. Never have I ever ended someone. Is that good?" "Yeah, nice try. But the idea is to eliminate everyone else," Cash said. "So think of something that everyone except for you has done. Joey, you're next." "All right. Never have I ever been in trouble with the law." Cash was the only one to put a finger down. "Good one," the actor said, "and put those judgmental looks to rest. I was lately arrested once in 2014 for protesting a pipeline thing, but I was just trying to impress this actress I was sleeping with." "All right, Sam, now it's your turn." Never have I ever starred in a television show," he said. "Okay, well, that was pointed," Cash said, and lowered another finger. "Mo, you're next, and let's try to be more original, like my CW reference." "Okay, never have I ever ruined a landmark," Mo said. Cash sighed and dropped his hands. "Okay, new game, you guys," he said. "Why don't we just cut to the chase? Let's go in a circle and everyone tell a secret that we've never shared before. Why don't you start, Joey? I've got a feeling that you have a secret you want to share." The actor gave him a playful wink and Joey glared at him like his days were numbered. "Sure," he said. "This one time when I was 10, I took a $20 bill out of the offering basket at church so I could see the new X-Men movie. My parents wouldn't give me money to see it. They said any form of evolution, even fictional mutants, was a mark of the beast, and I felt so guilty about it I tithed all the money from my next birthday to the church." His confession made his friends laugh and feel sad all at the same time. "See, that was a solid secret," Cash said. "Let's go on to Topher next." "Oh, gosh," he said. Well, the night when we were all watching the season 6 finale of WizKids at Joey's house, I was actually supposed to be watching Billy while my mom was at a bunko party. I gave him some cold medicine so he would sleep, and I ran home to check on him at every commercial break." His friends were flabbergasted, but amused, but still flabbergasted. "I remember that," Mo laughed. "We all thought you had diarrhea and you just didn't want to poop at Joey's house." "Nice one, Topher," Cash said. "Sam, it is your turn to spill a secret." All right, I've got it, he said. This one time I got so mad at my mom that I threw her pageant tiara out of the window of our apartment and it shattered into 8 pieces. Thankfully, I was able to put most of it back together, but a good chunk of it was irreplaceable. So I replaced it using a wire hanger and Skittles dipped in glitter. To this day, my mom still hasn't noticed the difference. I almost included it in my portfolio that I sent to the Rhode Island School of Design. Sam, you didn't, Joey said. Girl, that is hilarious, Mo said. I can't even imagine what your mom would do if she found out, Topher said. The gang burst into laughter as they imagined what Candy Ray Gibson's face would look like if she learned the truth. All right, Mo, do you think you can top that? Cash asked. Well, I did go through this trolling phase once, she confessed. There's this girl named WizKids-Liz01 who also writes fan fiction, and she was getting a lot of attention, so I checked out her stuff, and more than half of it had been plagiarized from my fan fiction. Needless to say, I was furious, and I tried calling her out on it in the comment section, but no one ever acknowledged it. In fact, they only ever showered WizKid-Liz01 with even more praise, and I didn't know how to handle my emotions back then, so I created a fake user called HideBitch666, and I spammed her comment section with the foulest things that I could find on the internet, and then one day I was posting a gif of a decapitated giraffe on her profile, and I learned that WizKids-Liz01 was a little girl with Down syndrome. Everyone gasped so deeply that they made the fire flick. They were so appalled it took a few moments for their shock to settle the uncomfortable laughter. Mo, that is awful, Sam said. Yeah, I thought I was going to hell, Joey teased. I've made up for it, Mo said in her defense. Every time WizKid-Liz01 posts something new, I leave her at least 10 positive comments from my real account, and I send her an e-card on her birthday every year. Wow. Okay, I guess I'm next, Cash said. I doubt there's anything we don't already know about you, Topher said, and nothing that would really shock us at this point. The actor was up for the challenge. All right, let me think of something really good, he said, and went quiet until he thought of the perfect confession. I bet none of you knew that my name really isn't Cash Carter. No way, Joey said. You're joking, Mo said. No, it's true, he said. After I was cast in WizKids, I had to turn in some paperwork to the Screen Actors Guild to get my SAG card. Well, if your real name is already taken, you have to come up with something else. Jackson by Johnny Cash and June Carter happened to be playing on the lobby of the SAG headquarters, so I came up with Cash Carter. That's insane, Sam said. So what's your real name? Topher asked. Now, that's the part you're not going to believe, Cash said. It's Tom Hanks. The others laughed harder than they had all night. I don't believe you, Mo said. We are not falling for that one, Joey said. I can prove it, Cash said and showed them his driver's license. See, my real name is Thomas Anthony Hanks. The Downers Grove Quartet were amazed. 3 days ago, they thought they knew everything there was to know about their favorite actor, but he had more surprises than a Game of Thrones episode. Why didn't you go by Anthony? Sam asked. Because that's my dad's name, Cash said. And he's not really in my life anymore. Honestly, neither of my parents are. Where are your parents? Joey asked. Cash stared into the fire, deeply hesitant to answer. But since they were sharing such personal stories with him, he wanted to share something personal too. There was something between him and the teenagers that he hadn't felt with other people in a long time. And that was trust. Last I heard, my mom was still in prison and my dad was just getting out, he said. They're not really good people. They used to beat each other up, and then sometimes I'd get caught in the middle of it. Child Protective Services eventually removed me from their custody and sent me to live with my great Aunt Peggy in Orange County, and that's why I loved this place so much as a kid. It was really the only escape I ever got. The others weren't expecting a story like that to come from him, but they were glad it did. For the first time since Cash came into their lives, they didn't see him as their favorite character on television or the pain-in-the-ass celebrity beneath the facade. Cash was just another soul sharing his secrets and scars around a makeshift campfire. Oh, God, I am really sorry to hear that, man, Topher said. Don't be, he said. It worked out for me in the end. If I hadn't been sent to my Aunt Peggy's house, I never would have auditioned for WizKids. She was a wannabe actress in her early days and pushed me into the business to live vicariously through me. WizKids was only my 4th audition, so imagine her surprise when we got called that I had booked the job. I cannot imagine how excited she must have been, Mo said. Cash laughed at the thought. I've still never seen a smile fill a face so much, he said. Peggy was diagnosed with Alzheimer's a couple of years ago. She doesn't remember a thing about Thomas Anthony Hanks or Cash Carter anymore. The vibe among the group had definitely changed, but the actor was keen to get them back on a positive note. Okay. No more secrets, he said. I've got something that will lighten our spirits. The actor removed a... How do I say this without getting a restriction? The actor removed a rolled up piece of very thin paper with some herbs inside. Yeah, from his pocket, and waved it through the air like it was a magic wand. The others exchanged troubled glances like he was holding up a deadly weapon. I'm willing to bet some serious money that none of you guys have ever smoked anything before, Cash said. Correct, Topher said, and we're not starting now. No way, Mo said, and shook her head like a toddler refusing to eat her vegetables. That stuff kills brain cells. You shouldn't even have that stuff here. It's illegal in Kansas, Sam said. Cash raised his hand defensively to calm them. Easy, GOP youth, he said. Do I look like I've got a black cape and a twirly mustache? I'm not going to force it on you. I just thought it might be something cool to try before you went off to college. I want to do it, Joey said. Of all the absurd and shocking things they'd heard tonight, Joey's eagerness to smoke Mary Jane was the most shocking of all. Joseph Davis, Mo said. What if we get caught? Cash looked around the park to make sure she was still in the same place as the rest of them. Who's gonna catch us? He asked. You think the police are gonna sniff it out and storm the gates? Well, good. Maybe they'll give us a ride back to civilization. And it seems like we have more fun when we step outside our comfort zones, Joey said. If I'm gonna do it, I'd rather make it a memory with you guys than some strangers in college. Besides, I doubt that we have many chances for new experiences where I'm going. His reasoning must have resonated with the others because after Joey took the first hit, he passed the rolled up paper around to his friends and they all gave it a try. The smoke burned their throat and their lungs as they inhaled, and they coughed and wheezed as they exhaled. Topher passed out bottles of water and cough drops from his earthquake kit. All right, how do you guys feel? Cash asked. Not bad after I stopped coughing, Topher said. I guess I feel more relaxed, Sam said. My eyes feel heavy, but other than that, I feel fine, Mo said. Yeah, it's not as intense as I thought it would be, Joey said. Should we hit it again? Give it a couple minutes, Cash recommended. The stuff is fresh off the low-speed, low-street. None of that medicinal cat shit. It may take a moment to kick in, or it might not even work at all your first time. A half an hour later, Topher was sitting as still as a statue. Joey was staring into the starry sky with wonder. Sam was trying desperately not to laugh at everything he saw, and Mo was rubbing herself like she was covered in bugs. The 3-day supply of granola bars in the earthquake kit had also been consumed in a matter of minutes. Yeah, it looks like it's kicking in, Cash observed. How do you guys feel now? Clouds, Topher said. There are clouds in my head. All right, congrats, you're a traditional stoner, Cash said. And what about you, Sam? With the attention suddenly placed on him, Sam couldn't contain his laughter anymore. He rolled onto his back and rocked back and forth like a roly-poly that couldn't get up. Everything tickles, he peeped as happy tears streamed down his face. All right, Sam's in a good place. We'll call that the comedian, Joey said, or Cash said. And Joey, how are you feeling, bro? Joey looked down from the stars. I feel like parts of my brain are working that I've never used before, he explained with prolonged blinks. It's like I sense this deep connection with the stars and stuff. It's like they always had names and colors and feelings before, but I'm only just noticing it now. I can't tell if this is like forever and always from this day forward sort of thing, or like only right now in this moment today because I'm high in the state of Kansas thing, you know? All right, Joey's a professor, Cash declared. How's the Mary Jane treating you, Mo? I hate to say it, but I actually don't feel any different than before, she said. I'm a little jealous that it's not working on me this time. Holy shit, what the hell was that? Mo jerked her head towards a small noise in the distance. Relax, Mo, Cash said, like he was talking to a toddler. That was probably just a raccoon. A raccoon? Mo shouted in terror. How am I supposed to relax when there's a raccoon here? How can anyone sleep at night when those things are crawling around in the world? Oh my God, they have digits. Why would God make an animal that you can high five? Why would he do that? Okay, Mo, the pot is making you paranoid. Don't worry, it happens to a lot of people. Just remember that the raccoons are more afraid of you than you are of them, I promise. The raccoons are afraid of Mo, Sam giggled. They read her fan fiction and now they're scared. Raccoon, Topher slowly sounded out. Huh, what a strange word. Makes you wonder why any of us are what we are, doesn't it? Joey said as if we're speaking directly to the stars. I mean, what really separates us from the raccoons? Like, really though, we're born. They detected no activity in this life. We're not restricted, but they did detect an activity in our life, you guys. I wasn't doing enough. I mean, what really separates us from raccoons, like really though, we're born, we fight, we eat, we mate, we raise our young, we die just like them. So why aren't we raccoons? Why don't we dig through the trash like they do? We're still scavengers. I dig through the trash, Sam squealed. Does that make me a raccoon? I would be such a cute raccoon. Can we stop saying the word raccoon? Mo begged and rubbed her body like one was gonna crawl under her skin. They're going to think that we're calling them over here, and if they team up with the possums, they'll totally outnumber us. Possum, Topher said slowly. That's a funny one too. You know, before they were rodents, they were just stars, Joey said. That's how people got their information originally. The night sky was the very first Bible, and the difference between religion and mythology, what is it? What's the difference between men and monkeys, or like moths and butterflies, or like frogs and toads, or muffins and cupcakes? Why are there so many questions in this world? Their reactions intensified as the night went on. They were the most eccentric group of stoners that Cash had ever seen, and he could not take his eyes off them, like they were the subjects of a fascinating nature documentary. Guys, Mo shrieked, Captain Tides just moved. I saw it. I think I saw it. He's coming back to life. No, he's just a little toasty, Sam laughed. Get it? Because he's on fire? Oh, God. We killed Captain Tides. We're murderers. We'll never be able to play Never Have I Ever again because we've all done it. We broke the laws and we've all done all the crimes. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just want my normal life back. Cash had his fill for one night. The actor got to his feet and stretched his whole body. Well, my damage is done here, he said. I'm gonna go sleep in the car. You aren't gonna get high with us? Topher asked. No way, Cash said. That shit's been clearly laced with something. You can't trust the stuff you buy off the street anymore. There's a lesson that you won't learn in college. The actor yawned and headed for the gate. The others tried to join him, but none of them could remember how to stand. Don't stay up too much longer, Cash called behind him. The coyotes might come out at midnight. Coyotes! Mo screamed. Good night. That was pretty funny, you guys. That was a pretty funny chapter. I have to say, that was a good one. That was a good one. He is, but he's funny. He's good. Okay, so I'm gonna take suggestions of books that you guys think, it was a great chapter, Avery, I completely agree, that you guys think would be good for our sleepover next week. I'm gonna post about it so that everyone can participate in it. If anyone has suggestions, post them on the post so that we can all discuss and we'll all kind of like vote on what we should read for that. Because like I said, I don't think it's fair to read this in case anyone from regular book club can't make it for like life reasons and whatever. I'll probably do the live on YouTube so that it just automatically gets uploaded, whatever it is, you know? I think that makes the most sense. But we'll post about it and we'll get it going, and it will be tentative. Like, obviously we're gonna schedule it, but I'm staying with my niece and nephew, and obviously if they're having a rough night because it's their first night without their mom, we'll have to postpone it, and that's just gonna have to be okay because one of them is 1 year old, so his sleep is gonna come first. But as long as they go to sleep at their normal time, we'll be all good, you know? So that's kind of the plan currently. That's just it right now. What else? Lots of posts going up on Patreon today for voting for things for next month. I think everybody loves to get in on the voting, so jump in on that as soon as you can. We'll be voting on what the texture we learn next month will be, etc. and so on. We're kind of running out of textures to learn, but that's okay. We'll just keep at it, right? So, yeah. All right, have a great rest of your day, you guys. I'm headed to the farmer's market, and then I'm making, well, it's not Sunday, but I'm making Sunday sauce and meatballs today because I'm Italian, and that's what we do on the weekends. We make sauce. So, I'll see you guys later.